Howdy everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of Alaskan Truck Simulator videos, or video I should say. Today we are at Ice Roads, and we're going to be delivering pump jack elements to Polar Drill Inc., which is across the lake up here. Now, at the same time, while we're up here, I'm not only curious to see how the ferry works, but I'm going to try to get two of the points of interest things that are along these roads. So we're going to head up here first to get this, which is Roughneck's Retreat. Then I'm going to see about heading back and going to here, and then go and see if I can get to this bridge of the prospectors through here, because I think I remember, if I remember correctly anyway, I tried getting to this from this road right here, and it restarted me. It I lost some of my progress because of that. So, yeah, I'm going to see if I can reach that through right here, or if there's like a little hidden trail somewhere. Anyway, I did say I would have another video out by this week, for those of y'all who, parking brake. Those of y'all who keep track of my community posts. There we go. And I suppose 3 or 4 days too late is better than never. Still a video out by this week, even though it's pretty dang late. But yeah, I might just kind of show up for most of the video and just have it as sort of game sound mainly, with maybe a little bit of background music, but that's just about it. Figured I'd do that instead of just yapping on for the whole video. Although I guess I'll do a commentary for this first little bit here, just for y'all to get my sort of reaction of the barge, even though I don't think it's gonna be much to it. I guess that's mainly why I'm up here, is because I'm curious about that. I do wonder what to talk about, kind of. I guess I've just sort of let y'all know what's been going on with me. I've just been kind of tired lately, as usual, from real life drama and work. So that's why y'all don't really see as much videos from me now, or nowadays anyway. Dealing with my dad losing his job and sort of trying to find another one for him. Still hope he can get another one before we end up losing everything, to be honest with y'all. I don't want y'all stressed about that. That's my stress right there. It's quite pretty here. I still classify Alaska as another country from America, like technically, even though we own Alaska now. Still strikes me as another country, which is why if I was to visit another country, it would technically be Alaska. As cold as it is, it seems quite beautiful here. And y'all probably saw at the beginning of the video too, I did go down that trail over there and got one of the points of interest. Plus, on the way to here, I got a couple more points of interest taken care of. Let's see, I'm probably turning way too late. Used a horn to ferry to Polar Drill Inc. 2,500 for that. Alright, let's... No animation? Okay, that's kind of bull butthole. If that's the case. I was expecting something spectacular, but I guess not. I suppose this would be quite a cool thumbnail right here, huh? Let's see. Not far from the drop-off point. They'll go ahead and get a thumbnail and then be on our way up the mountain. I suppose that might work, but yeah, I'll probably shut up for the rest of the time now, like I said. And I hope y'all enjoy this video. Thank y'all for tuning in if you did. I always do appreciate it when people actually do see these and I'm just not just sitting here talking to myself. And yeah, guess I'll possibly see y'all at the end of the video, but I guess I'll have to see. Yeah, looks like I came all the way to this end of the yard for no reason. Even though the mini map kind of shows that the parking spaces extend out this far, which is interesting. I guess I would kind of look at that as a good excuse to explore this area anyway. And that is a new yard I've yet to have been to. I suppose it's a little easier just to go back and drop this off by the main office, I guess. Oh, there's a spot that I'm yet to have seen under that shed right there. Figured there had to have been more than just 2 spots, or 1 spot, technically. Just count a normal one. We'll go ahead and reverse this under here. I would do this from first person, it's just, unlike ATS, the rear view mirrors in this game are kind of horrendous, to be honest. Just being honest is all. No bash towards the developers or anything. Still is quite the amazing game in my opinion. I don't care what the critics say. So we'll go ahead and unhook this, get our money, and then I guess the point of interest is just across the road, along with the fuel station too. Imagine working at that fuel station. You'd barely ever getting any customers besides the people that work here, that is. Alright, still not shutting up, but how much did we get there? Paid for the barge, I think, somewhat. I think it's more worth coming up here during the winter where we could drive over the lake ourselves, not have to pay no $2,000 or whatever. Yeah, the $2,600, it's not too bad. So let's see. Yeah, it just leads back out of Ice Lake, what she wants me to do. We'll go ahead and drive across the little path over there and see about getting us a picture, I guess. Probably go ahead and... Well, I wish I had coffee anyway. I think there's a gas station here. Do I have my camera? Yeah, I do. So we'll go ahead and see if we can go up here without touching the rocks, because pretty much how the game mechanics work in this game is if you touch those rocks, it restarts you at a hospital and it charges you a crap ton, which is not what I want. Yeah. Y'all can read that or pause the video and read that if you want. I guess I'll read it anyway, what the hell. Township built by Polar Drill Inc. For workers in a nearby oil field, the oil industry accounts for 1/4 of Alaska's jobs and about half of the state's economy, which I still debate if it's a state or a country still, personally. What's weird is I could have sworn that a couple nights ago I actually had a dream about a town like this with a similar layout. That's interesting. It's like my dream predicted where I'd be going in this game, kind of. There we go. I believe if I keep the picture on our console, it actually keeps it in my head, like back at the headquarters. Does that say something on there? Yesterday, new day post. That's all I can really get off that. Probably have to have a real good screen to be able to see that. And vision too, I should say. Nice little Pizza Hut, or I shouldn't say Pizza Hut, like Pizza Shack, I should say, which is pretty interesting. We'll see about getting some coffee from here and then heading back across the lake to do the next job. Now, there's a diesel tanker here, which would have been like $20 more to take that. But I figured I would take the more unique looking cargo anyway, which would be these, I guess they're like radar globes of some sort. So we're going to be taking these to Outpost 31 now, which will probably be like another, turns out $2,600 per ferry ride, which sucks. I don't know why my siblings are interrupting my video again, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, we're going to be taking these and just mainly doing this to get the points of interest. I'll probably do a couple more videos heading back, or a couple more time lapses at the end of the video. Doing a couple more loads heading back to home base. I still butchered that, but y'all still get what I mean, I guess. figured I'd go ahead and turn the diff block on because it seems like quite a steep hill we're going up right here. That, and I found with the ferries you have to pay real close attention to like which ferry you get on, because apparently there's multiple ones which I haven't noticed beforehand. But yeah, you go on a certain ferry to a certain part of the ice lakes, which is interesting. So you definitely have to pay attention to that when you're using those. And it seems like my guy is tired too, so I may have to go ahead and sleep here for tonight, possibly, and then do those next 2 loads tomorrow in-game. Yeah, definitely can't say I've been up here before. Don't recognize that helicopter right there. We'll go ahead and park it right there for them. And then there's that point of interest, one of the ones that we need to get to. So we'll go ahead and snap a picture of that, and I'll let y'all, or I guess I might as well read it like I did with the last one. Some of y'all who've been keeping in touch with the series probably know by now that me and reading some of these billboards don't really mix well. So we'll go ahead and shut that off. Shut that off. We'll unhook this and get our money's worth for it. Is this closed right now? Because that would be kind of... Oh wait, never mind. Going in the wrong door. Still just pays for the ferry ride going to here, so I wouldn't say this area is really worth doing unless you're just doing it for the experience like I am and for the points of interest. I guess in the long run they might be worth it because XP in this game still means quite a bit. Oh boy, I can already tell it's a lot to read. Weather Station, also known as Carpenter's Base, has been made famous by local conspiracy theorists. Numerous stories of supernatural paranoia are associated with the site. In fact, Alaska is a hotspot for UFO sightings, which is interesting. I've always thought it was like Nevada, like, I don't know, Area 51 and whatnot. First report dates back to July 9th, or 9, 1949, when 3 teenagers from Anskoridge, butcher that, saw a disc-shaped object over Elmendorf. Hope I pronounced that as well. Air Force Base. Interesting. So I guess I just saw a flash picture of the base here. I have found my truck's in the way. I think the game is kind of... Yeah, because it gets picky if you put the truck in the way sometimes. Noticed with off-camera. After last video, you take a picture of one of the points of interest. It went crazy at me for putting the truck in the way. So this thing, I know my guy is getting dead tired, but I'm curious if I can access that from down here, or if I need to go up there to get to that still. I could have sworn I tried to get to that from up there and it pretty much wouldn't let me. Alright, stop. Get tired on your own time. Woo. Someone be playing digital chess in there instead of doing their job. Yeah, I have a feeling if I try to go up there, the game's gonna go all crazy at me. It does not like you climbing mountains at all. What the hell? A freaking... I don't know if that's a ladybug on my chair or what that is. I guess we better catch it and release it. Scared the crap out of me at first. Well, the ladybug problem dealt with. So I guess I'll go get some rest in my truck there, being that my guy's such a wuss. Says the person freaked out a ladybug, but y'all just ignore that fact about me. Probably what would probably be a good idea. It'll let me into my menu screen. Go ahead and turn that on. See if they have a load going up to... Damn, what? Where would this be at exactly? It'd be like on the way to ice pick mining. So it looks like I'm not gonna be... I'm just gonna be trucking, just bobtailing up this road to try to get through this right here. Pretty much. And they don't have a load going to ice pick mining anyway here. So yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll see y'all up there then. All this stopping and starting of recording is gonna be ridiculous, but I guess I can't really help that fact. Yeah, y'all, I think I found it right where I thought it would be at, which would be right here. Of course my freaking maniac sister's rushing in here again and making me anxious of all of them interrupting my video. Alright, where were we? A wooden bridge built in the 19th century by the gold prospectors. The bridge is still in use, but crossing it with a heavy load is very risky. Gold is obtained in Alaska by hard rock mining or placer mining, which is extraction of minerals from the bottom of the stream. So there's the bridge, and there's this hut right here, which I'm curious about. They had to put something interesting in here. Like an Easter egg of some sort, I would hope. It doesn't really look like any Easter egg in here. A little disappointing, but oh well. Yeah, I hope it'd be like that Bigfoot sticker I found. I forgot if I found that on camera or off camera, but snowman right there too. So we got all the points of interest up here. So now I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get a load possibly going back to home base. I don't think I can get one here, but yeah, I'm going to have to possibly drive down to Fairbanks to get a load from one of their companies. Let's see. Something so I'm going to PH Refinery Inc., which I believe that's in my hometown. So we might want to go and reach for that one there. So we'll head down there, and suppose I'll make this whole deal a time lapse. But once again, like I've said at the beginning of the video, this was supposed to be just mainly a kind of a gameplay noise video, but it sort of came out as pretty good amount of commentary anyway. But you know what, once again, I do hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna do one last time lapse at the end of this video, heading down back home. But thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, do hit that like button. Kind of let me know anyway. And I guess I'll see y'all on the flip side. God bless y'all.